Hey guys! So we decided to give you a little message today before the mukbang starts. We said on our community tab that we wanted to do our first live stream, but we didn't give you a lot of time to
prepare.
Yeah, and we can't decide what time to do it and all this jazz. But we did decide we are going to do it on Younow. So if you want to download Younow, the link will be in the description box down below. You can, of course, watch this live stream on YouTube as well, but we won't be able to see your comments because we will be able to see the Younow comments. So if you want to be able to interact with us, get the Younow with the link in the description box down below.
Yeah, and we think we're gonna do it on Friday.
We decided we're going to do 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, I think that's usually the time we film anyways, so hopefully that works for you guys.
And then I think it's later on the East Coast, so then people will be out of school and work by then.
Yeah, it'll be like 5 o'clock on the East Coast, so.
Yeah, hopefully that makes you guys happy.
Yeah.
And enjoy this mukbang coming up.
Welcome back to another Whatever Wednesday.
It's your favorite dynamic duo, BMARSZ
And Shanti.
and we need something extra special today, which is ramen. Again, we are bringing back a mukbang that we did before, but on our personal channels, but not on the official Mukbang Monday channel. So we've both had this place before, but not together, I don't think.
Not together, yeah. I've had it one time.
I've had it more than one time.
Really?
Yeah, I've had it a few times. I'd say like 4 or 5.
Wow. So yeah, if you're in LA, we're eating at JINYA Ramen. You should go check it out. It is approved by Mukbang Monday.
And it has multiple locations. Like,
yeah.
All over. But the only problem is I think ramen is really like trendy right now. Like when I first started going to ramen out here, it was nowhere near as packed as what it is now. Like the one by our house is actually almost always like an hour wait.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But there are other ones that are less.
Excuse me.
The one in Santa Monica is crazy too.
Really?
The one by Max's house, like we can never eat ramen.
Well, I'm glad we're so fortunate to eat this today then.
I know.
Because the wait wasn't that long.
No, it wasn't that bad. So I got the...
Oh, I
don't remember. So I got the spicy umami miso ramen, which is pork broth, ground pork, saburo, bean sprouts, green onion, bok choy, chili oil, served with thick noodles, and then I also added an egg on the side because I feel like that is the like ramen thing to do.
Yeah.
Because they always have an egg in it.
True. Okay, now I got the plain vegetable ramen. Mine has vegetable broth with mushroom, bay leaf, spinach, asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, black pepper, served with thin noodles. And I love the fat noodles like that, so I wish I got the thick noodles.
Oh, we should have changed it.
I know, I didn't even think of it at the time. And on the side, we are drinking some Trader Jose. I already drank all mine because I was waiting for Brittany with the food.
Yeah, I hate to see it. And you also got a side of bok choy.
Oh yeah, and I added bok choy on top. I am starving. Yes. I had a little bit of a stomach ache, and so I was like, ramen's like the only thing I can muster down.
Yeah, something nice and...
But now I'm feeling real hungry.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't want to spill.
I broke mine.
Delicious. These fat noodles are so chewy.
I love the fat noodles. You know what?
I don't think I've ever even had the noodles. TBH.
I remember having them at this place.
This is a huge piece of bok choy.
There is a place downtown LA that is 100% vegan ramen called Ramen Hood. Remember we tried to go there one time?
Yeah, it was closed and the one time we were like downtown.
Yeah, their hours are like weird.
Yeah, closed at like 3 p.m. or something stupid.
Yeah.
Probably not that bad, but it was really annoying.
It was like weekdays they close at 3, and I went on a weekend so they were open. But they have a vegan egg that goes on top of their ramen. And that was literally like the best ramen I ever had. We should bang that one time.
Did you have the egg? Was it good?
Yeah, I had the egg. It was interesting.
That's so weird.
I know.
Like, who thought of that?
How's your ramen?
This is very good. I'm very satisfied.
Oh, same. It's everything I've ever wanted. I'm a noodle queen.
I haven't met a ramen I don't like, honestly.
Me either.
I honestly wish I was even more hungry than this because we tried some snacks. Like I got an international snack package for my personal channel. Video in the description box down below. And we were trying some. The snacks were from Pakistan. And they were really spicy. We're like
Flavorful?
yeah, it wasn't even spicy. It was weird. It was like was it cumin powder? Like that kind of spice. I don't know. So it kind of upset our stomachs for a little bit. The struggle was real. I always try to eat like I always try to eat mine like pho.
Oh, like that? Is that how you eat pho?
Because I always want the broth with the noodles.
Yeah. What kind of soup spoons are these?
These?
Are these like Thai?
I think they're Vietnamese. I mean, my Vietnamese friend gave them to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think they're for pho.
Oh.
Actually, I'm really not sure. Maybe it's just
I'll call who's fuck cauliflower. That was the biggest piece of cauliflower.
on this Whatever Wednesday, we thought we would talk about some embarrassing stories.
You guys always ask to hear embarrassing stories. And so today we're gonna be telling you just like a compilation of embarrassing things that have happened throughout our life.
Yeah, I think we have like some stories like sprinkled in throughout the bangs.
We've definitely, like when I was sitting here sitting here thinking about mine, I was like, damn, I already told that.
Yeah, same. There's like 40 of them.
So
I feel like that's why everyone thinks we're so funny, is because we just tell our embarrassing stories.
Yeah, so this is just gonna be a couple that you guys haven't heard yet, and if you like this, maybe we can do a part 2 and we can tell some more.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say if you like this, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, so we know to do a part 2.
That too.
We need that physical like, guys.
And if you guys are new here, we are Mukbang Monday. We do
Mukbangs. And we do recipes and chit chats, and we post on Mondays, Wednesdays, and the occasional Friday. So if that sounds good, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below.
And be part of the
Mukbang fam.
Foodie Fam.
Foodie fam.
Oh, that's
cute.
a good name.
Foodie fam?
The Foodie Fam.
I like that. Foodie fam.
It's like Foodie Friday.
But Foodie fam. What do you guys think? Foodie fam? Yes, no, maybe so? It's up to me, so I say yes.
Can I go grab some sriracha? I think it's so funny when we like finish an entire sriracha bottle of this size.
I have another one in the cabinet just rearing to go. I was like, just in case, I can't go a day. There's nothing more disheartening than like when you cook some food and you realize the sriracha's out and you're just like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Yeah, I can't eat this anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I have tapatio, but it's just not the same.
Tapatio is like really spicy. Sriracha is like spicy, but like
A flavor.
Full. Do you want to tell an embarrassing story first?
Oh, you first.
Well, I have 2 that I've never told before. One is from my childhood and has scarred me for life, and I still remember it to this day. And one...
That's the one I want to hear.
You want to hear that one?
I want to hear the scars.
One is pretty recently, and I never have talked about it, but it was so embarrassing. I don't get embarrassed much. I'm like, if something like embarrassing happens, it's only embarrassing if you like think it.
It is, yeah. Or you let it bother you.
Yeah.
I feel like I do some pretty embarrassing stuff, like on purpose to make people laugh. So it's like, is it still considered embarrassing?
Yeah, if you're doing it
Or
on
is it
purpose.
like, are you just a clown?
I feel like the most embarrassing things happen when you're like a kid and you're
Trying to be
still
cool.
trying to like figure out like who you are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so this one embarrassing story. I don't even think I was like I might have been like in kindergarten or the 1st grade, and every year we used to go to summer camp, me and my siblings, and it was the best time of my life. It was just like a day camp. Like my parents would take us there, go to work and like pick us up, and it was on a lake. So we would swim, we would do activities, a typical like kids camp. And we would play games. And there's this one day that we were playing soccer. And as you guys know, I'm not a big fan of sports.
Yeah.
Like, I hate sports. One day we're playing soccer and I have the ball and I'm like kicking it and I'm like running towards the goal and I'm like, yeah, no one's stopping me. Like, yeah, I got this. And then I kick it in the goal and I'm like cheering. I'm like, woo, like, why isn't anybody cheering for me? And my brother was on my team. He's like, you kicked it in the wrong goal. And I was like, Like literally panic attack, like ran off the field, and I've never played sports since.
Oh my god, everyone was mad at you?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, you kicked in the goal, but in the wrong team. Like everybody like hated me.
Oh my god, that makes me sad.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know. And then I just have never, yeah.
Picturing like baby Shanti just like.
But like, why wouldn't anybody tell me as I'm running towards the wrong goal?
Yeah, or maybe like they were and you just like didn't hear it.
Yeah, because I was like, da, da, da.
Yeah, the Rocky theme music is in. And people are like,
and she didn't even like go for it because it was the wrong goal. So she was like, she's not gonna kick it.
Yeah.
And she just didn't even like
she's
try
like,
to block it.
oh, she did that. she put it in there.
But for some reason, I was like mortified after that happened.
That's so funny. I feel like when you're a kid, stuff is so much harder. Like the fruit roll-up story I've already told. Like I was like,
You should tell it again because that was a while ago.
Okay.
In case you guys missed it.
So one of the most embarrassing things I can remember in my life was like I was young, like 4th, 3rd grade, and I was at the cafeteria and I used to take my fruit roll-ups and I would ball them up and then eat them whole and then chew them. And then one time I tried to swallow it and I didn't chew it enough and I was choking. And this teacher, who obviously was not trained in the Heimlich maneuver, picked me up by my ankles and shook me like this, trying to get the fruit roll-up lodged out of my throat.
I can't even believe that's a real story.
And honestly, I know. And I was like,
what?
This
was he
is
fired after that?
Not happening. I have no idea. I have to ask my mom, honestly.
Like, what happened after that?
I don't remember how it got
talked
lodged.
to at least.
I don't remember how it got out of my throat. Like, I don't know if that worked or like another teacher like did the Heimlich maneuver and like helped. But I remember just being like, holy fuck, this is embarrassing and I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Like at the same time, like worst thing that could happen to me. And all I remember like then blackout. And then I remember like just immediately like crying. I'm like, I'm going home. And I just went straight to the office and I was like, Mr. Turd Nugget just hung me upside down. I need to go home. I'm so embarrassed. Yeah. And my mom picked me up and my mom was pissed.
Pissed I didn't know how to do the Heimlich.
Yeah. And she was like, A, my daughter could have died, and B, like, are you actually stupid? Like,
yeah.
You thought that would work?
Well, at least you didn't die.
Yeah. Here I am.
That is so tragic, especially to like a young child in school.
Like in the middle of the cafeteria. So it's not only like your classroom, it's like
school.
Literally the whole school was there just like.
Why is school so scarring? Like I still think of like school memories to this day. You know, it's like something that like goes with you throughout your whole life.
You're just like, Jesus Christ.
That's pretty bad.
That was really bad. What about
my second one? Mm-hmm. All right, so I have a couple other ones that I've already told in between this time frame, but in Pittsburgh, when I was in college, we would go out on the weekends to this little place called the South Side, and it's just a street of just bars and restaurants.
Do you remember, what was that place? Hemingway's? You could get the $5 picture shots?
That wasn't in South Side though, that was in Oakland.
Oakland, oh yeah, you're right.
Oh my god.
That was still crazy.
Another embarrassing story. One time I downed a pitcher, literally a pitcher.
You buy a pitcher. It's for shots. Like they give you like plastic cups to pour shots for your friends, but everyone would just buy a pitcher and put a straw in it
and drink it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was disgusting. It was so much sugar.
Yeah. One time I drank one of those.
It was only $5.
Yeah. I had to dismiss myself from the party. Took an Uber home by myself. Went home, like threw up, and just the night was over for me. Mm-hmm. That's pretty embarrassing. But back to the South Side. So, group of my entire friends take an Uber like van to the South Side all together, and then we meet up with people. Everybody's like waiting in line to get into this bar, and the line's like huge, and the bouncer's like at the door checking IDs, and I had a little old fake ID. I was like 19 or 20, and this fake ID was like gold, like it was a real ID, blonde girl, like angular features, like it was prime. And I had just gotten it. It's like the first time I've ever used it, I think. But it was like you can't find like a real person's ID.
Yeah, usually it's to buy like a fake one from China, which I did.
Yeah.
I had one. It was decent. It worked until New York, but anyway, keep going.
Yeah, they worked for a little while.
Yeah.
So got my fake ID, hanging out with all my friends. You know, all my friends are around watching. Not even like I'm friends with people who go to our school who I'm like trying to like impress, I guess. You know, I'm like, look at me with my fake ID, I can get into this bar. Mm-hmm. and he looks at my ID and he's like, what's your zip code? And I was like, and so then he's like, I can either take this from you right now or I can give it to the cop behind me.
That's not true.
Yeah, but they can't legally like take your ID from you. Like they have to give it back.
I wish I would have known that.
I know, and so I was like, haba haba, and then I just like sprinted away, and then I instantly started sobbing, like bawling uncontrollably, because I was like already like drunk.
Yeah.
And you know when you're drunk, like emotions just hit you so hard.
Yeah.
And then I was bawling my eyes out, and I was dating Colin at the time. He was like, what's wrong? And I was just so embarrassed because everybody was around.
Yeah.
And really that's like not a big deal, but for some reason I was like so triggered that he took my ID and I couldn't get in the zip code.
That's so funny.
So then I walked home from the south side, which is like a good like mile and a half, 2 miles.
I feel like it's more than that. Where were you living?
Oakland.
Downtown? Oakland?
Probably like 2 miles. I walk home, Colin's chasing after me, he's like, where are you going? Like, why are you leaving? And I couldn't even talk, I was just sobbing the whole walk home.
Oh my gosh. Are you okay?
I got something on the wrong tube. I'm better.
It's like, we're about to, should I hang you upside down, Myrick? Yeah, the bouncer who took my ID in New York just put it, he like looked at it and he just put it in his pocket.
They can't do that.
And I was like, can I have it back?
That's literally
and
stealing.
he was like, no. I was like, ugh! Like, so
You
mad.
became an elephant.
I just started like stomping.
Where's that come from?
Because I hit the chopstick. And then the leaf just... No, and the most embarrassing part of that is, so when I had my fake ID in New York, I had a New York ID. So it worked great when we were in Pittsburgh. Because the New York ID is like really weird. They're like flimsy and they don't look like regular IDs.
Yeah.
And then when I went to New York, I like a lot of places just scan them without even like really looking at them.
Yeah.
Which and mine scanned, so I was like, oh, I'm fucking set. And then we were like hanging out with this girl who was in our dance program, and she had a friend who was like, I have a bottle service at the club. And this is before I even knew what bottle service was and stuff. So I was like, okay, like I don't care. But he's like, you guys should come. And I'm literally 20. It is the month before my birthday. Or it is my birthday month. It was like in the summer, my birthday's August 29th. So I was like right there.
Yeah.
So we try to go to this club and we're like in these lines. What's annoying is the club is 18 and up. Right? Mm-hmm. So I give him my fake ID. He pockets it and I'm like, can I have it back? And he's like, no. And I'm like pissed or whatever. And he was like, but like if you have your regular ID, I can get you in. I left my 18-year-old and like I left my real ID at home. So then I had to taxi back home, taxi back to the club.
Damn.
Very ID.
And then you like missed out on all the fun.
Yeah, I was so mad. It was so funny.
But yeah, those stories aren't even embarrassing, but for some reason they just like scarred me for life.
It was embarrassing because we were just like, oh my god, everyone knows that I'm underage. Like,
and we were just with like all of our friends from school, and now like me and Colin can't go. And everyone was like, peace. We're also going.
no one cares. Another embarrassing story that happened to me in college was when I was a freshman, house parties were like the thing. And everyone tried to like outdo each other's house party. So the most memorable house party in my freshman year history was called the Peacock Party. And you couldn't get in unless you were wearing peacock feathers or glitter.
I was touring the school at this time, and I know what the Peacock Party is, and I wasn't even in the school yet.
Really?
Yeah, we've told the story before too, so you guys might be hearing this at the same time.
I have told this one too?
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep it short then. Basically, we all
Well,
just
I mean,
got
maybe
like...
they haven't heard it. It was from a while ago.
This is actually embarrassing. I don't know if I told this part of the story. So the reason it was such a mess, at least for my group of friends, and I don't know if everyone decided to be this messy, but we were all being like really stingy with money, like, because you know you have to like split a bottle with people, and like, you're gonna drink more, and like blah blah blah. So we like were like, okay, you know what? We're each gonna split a handle of vodka between 2 people. That's a terrible idea.
Holy
Don't
shit.
do that. Like, but we were all just like, you know, I don't want to
finish it?
share. Me and Allie, who's 4'11", had just like this much left of like the handle.
Oh
I'm not even
my
kidding. We were in the dorm rooms pre-gaming, and this is the embarrassing part. I literally took a shot and just immediately projectile vomited it up.
In the room?
In the room. And I like It's not like I just had it in my mouth and I spit it out. And like I felt it go down my body and come right back up. My body was like, you're done. And I spit, I like, and I threw it up, and it's just like straight vodka and just soaked right into the carpet.
Perfect.
And I was like,
not cleaning that
and
up.
Allie was like, don't say anything. And we were just like,
whose room was it?
It was Allie's, but the 2 roommates were in the room. Because you know, you have the roommates, but they weren't partying with us. They were like Debbie Downers.
Not partiers?
Yeah, and I just like threw up vodka on their carpet. And then we went to the party and I was so drunk. Everyone was so drunk. And we were like walking back to the bus that you have to take to get downtown to the dorms. And I don't know what happened because I was wearing flats. But I ended up like twisting under my own leg and hitting my head on the concrete, like on the ground. And all my friends are just standing around me, like literally like movie status. Like I'm on the ground and they're all just like in my sight, like ha 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 ha, like in my peripherals. And I was pissed. I just like shot up and I was like, I could have been seriously injured. Like none of you even cared. You're all just laughing like F you guys. Like I could have a concussion right now. You're the worst friend ever.
True.
And, like ran away. But really I was just like so embarrassed.
Yeah.
But true, like I could have.
Yeah, no one even helped you up?
No.
What a bunch of assholes.
I was so angry.
Oh my god, this isn't embarrassing, but that just reminds me of another story. So, when we lived in Pittsburgh, off campus, in South Oakland, my house was here, up on a little hill, and Colin's frat house, they had like...
The house that I lived in with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like, literally like 10 boys living in this one house. Lived like down the street, so our house was like on the corner, and their house was like on this street, and they lived just like a little block away. And so...
I remember their house.
Their house, yeah. Trashed. Completely trashed.
Oh, just split.
So one day, Colin and me are walking back from my house to his house, or we're just walking down, it was called Lawn Street. Walking down Lawn Street, he is giving me a piggyback ride, which like anytime
Casual.
Colin has ever like picked me up, he just like drops him on my face, but I don't know why, he can't like carry me. So anyways, we're like walking down the street, he's like giving me a piggyback ride, all of a sudden his foot slips out from underneath him, and he just falls on his back and my head smashes into the pavement. And I just laid there for like 20 seconds and I was like, am I dead? Like,
is this it?
and we were both like drunk and I was like, what the f just happened? And he literally just like completely fell and smashed my head into the pavement.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
And he was fine because I like caught his fall.
You were his cushion?
Yeah. And I was just like drooling out the side of my mouth for
That's
a minute.
also like a cartoon. Like
Just completely
not in
smashed
real.
in the pavement.
Like with the X's over your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh
That
my
was me.
god. God, you
And I
know,
was pissed at him for like a day.
you know what's crazy is like I hear these stories about us and I'm like, I could have died or like I could have been seriously injured and I wasn't. But like some people really do like get seriously injured from these type of
We
things.
could have definitely had concussions, smashing your head in the pavement.
Into the pavement, into the
When you're
literal
drunk.
concrete sidewalk.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I was so mad at him after that.
Another college one, I don't know if I've told this, I don't think I have, hopefully not. But I was living in Cincinnati for one summer because I was doing a Cincinnati ballet summer intensive. And I went drinking with Allie. God, my mom's gonna be like, you're a terrible person. But you know, college is college, right, guys? but we were playing Chandelier, which is like, do you know what Chandelier is? It's a beer game. I'm not gonna explain it, but it's like there's like 4 cups. It's supposed to be like beer, and then 1 big cup of beer in the middle, and you're like bouncing a ball in or whatever.
Okay.
But we did it with 99 bananas.
Oh my god.
99 proof alcohol.
Oh.
But it was sucked because I was, you know, obviously drunk. But I woke up and I thought I was fine because I was still drunk.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm not hungover. Like whatever. And then me and Allie were fine. And then like midday, like 1 p.m.
In ballet?
like in Cincinnati.
But like, did you have to go to like...
Oh no, this
class?
was like a Saturday or something.
Oh, okay.
Thank God. I'm like FaceTiming my dad, and I was like, oh,
It just hit you?
yeah, and I was like, gotta go, bye, and just like literally was like hugging the toilet, and Allie was like hugging the trash can in her room, and her mom is like one of those like moms like don't care about drinking because I was underage, I was 20. And she's just like, you guys are pussies, like just like, making fun of us. And it's Mother's Day. So
Oh
we're
my
supposed to
God.
take her out to dinner, and we're at dinner, it's like at 9 p.m. we went, and we're still throwing up. We're at dinner just like,
Oh, that's
and she's like,
literally
I
the
hate you
worst.
guys so much. I was just like, this is embarrassing.
Oh my god.
Like,
that's
this is
horrible.
embarrassing. I'm still hungover, and I'm like in a public place.
Nothing's worse than being hungover like past 5.
Yeah, you're just like, wow, you are the scum of the earth.
And then you literally just sleep on the couch all day and then go right to bed. Because you can't do anything else.
Do you have any adult embarrassing stories?
Well, I mean, I've already told this, but I guess the most recent embarrassing event that's happened to me is when I was at that audition and literally just forgot the entire dance twice. Twice, not once, but twice.
Yeah, that sucks.
And then I just left. I just got my stuff and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Actually, thinking of, what did I have read I must have scratched my chest and didn't realize it. Something that happened to me yesterday. I was at an audition and it was supposed to be like comedic facial expressions and I was like, perfect, like, I'm gonna book this. I get there and it's just like, they make us line up. It's a row of like hot girls and they make us stand in a row in a big white room. And he just goes one by one. He's a camera like ours. And he's like, all right, you know, pretend you're at the office and then pretend you're at a concert.
In front of everyone?
Yes. And you're just in a line like this. That. And so I'm like, I'm not the first one. We're all doing this in a line and it's so embarrassing. Not like we're all doing it, so it's not really with them, but I'm just like, it's embarrassing that in life I'm doing this right now. Like in the universe, I'm embarrassed. Like that God and my like ancestors are watching me do this. Like I literally was just like in a white room and completely silent. It's like, yeah, woo, my favorite band. Like, you know what I mean? Just like pretending to be at a concert. And I was like, could you at least put on some music that I could like headbang to? Or like
seriously.
Or am I at a rap concert? It was just, I was just like, this is so demeaning. Like,
I'm like, how do you pull that out of nowhere? Just go from standing there in a line to like being 100?
Yeah, literally. And they wanted us to be like, oh, you're at the office, like you're bored, you're like, and they wanted you to yawn and then pretend you got ready and then pretend you're at a concert, like the 3 steps. And I remember leaving there being like, I don't think my yawn was good enough. And then like, again, and then having another thought like, what the f are you thinking right now? Like how you're yawning? Like, what is this life?
Yeah.
That was embarrassing, especially because when you're in the waiting room, you just hear people screaming in the room. So you're just like, what am I getting myself into right now?
What is going on in there?
Do you have any other embarrassing ones?
All my other ones I told already. Let me look at my list. But yeah, my other ones are just like involving dance. Like the one time I kicked over the chair in my recital.
That's the best story I've ever heard in my life. But you did already tell that.
It's not like it's not like I'm embarrassed. It's more embarrassing because my friends in the audience were like, ooh, yeah, I felt really bad for you. I couldn't watch.
You're like, it's really okay.
Yeah, I was like, shit happens all the time. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. My last embarrassing story.
Excuse me. All my noodles are gone. I ate them all in one big clump.
I'm actually full. But I'll show this last story.
Yeah, tell the last story.
I went to Victoria's Secret to buy a bra.
Oh, I haven't heard the story.
Oh, really?
No.
And I went to go pay with cash that I had made that like last night.
Oh, I have heard the story.
You guys haven't. I went to go pay with cash and the lady's like, oh, this $20 bill is fake. And like, there's like a line of people and she's like yelling at me. And I was like, I just made that last night and we run all of our money through a money counter, which is supposed to like catch that.
Really?
Yeah. And so I was like, it can't be fake. Like, I just made that not even 24 hours ago. And she was like, like was gonna like call security and like put it in a thing. And I was like, okay, I have a card here. Like just use the card. Can I have the other 20s back if they're real? Like, Jesus, like,
yeah.
I don't know. She just made me feel like I had purposely
given her fake money.
Had fake money. But I'm like, if I had purposely done that, wouldn't all the 20s be fake? Like, why would I just give you one? It was like, I was giving her like $60. And that was just so embarrassing because she like kind of yelled at me and like there was like a line of adult people, humans. And I was like,
well, she made you feel like you were doing it on purpose.
Yeah, like a degenerate. That was a really shitty one.
That is embarrassing.
That's the only adult one I can really think of. I bet if me and you sat down, we could think of more. I feel like really like,
I mean, I get
brainstormed.
I get embarrassed in dance class like all the time if I like don't do something right. Like that's just embarrassing in itself.
Yeah.
But you just get over it.
Like immediately you have to get over it or you will kill yourself.
Yeah.
You just train yourself to get over it.
Like if you mess up in class, it's like you feel so embarrassed in the moment.
Yeah. And you're just like, well.
And you're like, everybody's watching me. I'm the worst dancer in the world.
I'm full.
You ready to say bye?
I am ready. Hope you guys liked this ramen video. If you did, again, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below some embarrassing stories that you guys have been through. If they're worse than ours, I will send you a cookie. I'm just kidding, I don't know.
I'll send you my regards.
Yeah. So sorry for your love. Yeah. Oh no, I love reading people's stories. There were some really good ones about.
I love when people comment.
We were talking about our first dates.
Yeah.
This one girl, did you see the comment where the girl talked about how a guy brought Skittles on the date and he's like, you want to taste the rainbow?
Yep.
I'll pop that up right here.
It's
Can I
tragic.
see it? That's the most hilarious and embarrassing for him story I've ever heard. So we really love when you guys leave us these stories.
That's
there.
like secondhand embarrassment
Yeah.
at its finest.
It literally. Couldn't think of a better definition of that. And if you have any other food places you want us to try in LA, make sure you let us know in the comments down below. We're always looking for new ideas.
Yeah, and I think that's it. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Whatever Wednesday out.